Delta Airlines Incorporated, one of the major airlines of the United States, reported their second quarter 2023 earnings on July 13. Revenue came in at $15.58 billion, up 12.7% year-over-year, the highest ever reported by quarter. Delta's revenue saw passenger sales at $13.21 billion, up 21% year-over-year, while the cargo business was down by 37% to 1% of total revenue at $272 million. Other revenue was also down by 15% to $2.2 billion. A deeper dive into the passenger segment reveals that main cabin ticket sales grew by 18% to $6.67 billion and premium products by 25% at $5.25 billion. Loyalty rewards up 21% to $900 million and travel-related services up 7% to $474 million rounded out a robust sales increase this quarter. Turning back to the income statement, EBITDA improved by almost 52% to just over $3 billion. Operating profit came in at hefty 16% of revenue to $2.5 billion, up 64% year-over-year. Lower fuel costs and efficiency lowered operating expenditures. Pre-tax income was up 124% to $2.3 billion and the bottom line came in at $1.83 billion, close to 12% of revenue, up an impressive 148%. This was the highest quarterly profit in the company's history. The company cited that their international passenger business was the main driver behind the company's growth. Travel to Southern Europe and Asia Pacific were popular destinations. Market valuations put earnings per share at $2.85, up 149%. Sales per share at 24 times grew by 12.5%. Cash per share stood at 4.2 times, down 18.44%. Cash per share was lower as the company paid down debt to attempt to reduce leverage by 3x this year. Book value per share came in at 12.6 times, up 22.87% as the company's equity increased. PE came in at 4.2 times, but this number was annualized using the current quarter's earnings. PE should be higher. PE growth at 0.17 suggests that Delta is undervalued. Delta's debt-to-asset ratio is 0.30, down 11% as the company pairs debt. The debt-to-equity ratio was also a beneficiary of lower debt and increased equity, improving 27% to 2.74 times. Interest coverage ratio has also improved. Delta announced in June 15 to reinstate its dividend 10 cents per share after it was suspended in March 2020. The dividend will be paid on August 7 to shareholders on record date July 17. The dividend yield is 0.21% and growth is not meaningful year-over-year. The enterprise value of Delta Airlines stood at over $50 billion. Turning to liquidity ratios, the current ratio at 0.46 with current liabilities growing faster than current assets. Air traffic liabilities grew by over 20%. The quick ratio declined to 0.32 as prepaid expenses were up 30% reflected in the current ratio but not the quick ratio. The cash ratio at 0.09 was also lower by 25% as cash declined and current liabilities increased. Return on assets and return on equity were both much improved this quarter. ROA was at 2.49%, up 144%. Return on equity was up 22.6%, up over 100% year-over-year. With an equity multiplier of 9.07, it's no wonder that such volatile returns could be found.